Hey guys, welcome to the Payback pay-per-view, in which we are kicking off with a 4 count anywhere match between the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne and the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Now, if you're new here and you don't understand why this match is happening, well, before SummerSlam, Pete Dunne was involved in the US title #1 contenders match up against Austin Theory. Austin Theory ended up winning the match and went on to SummerSlam to beat Rey Mysterio for the US title and defends that later tonight up against Mysterio in a matchup after this. And after the match, Pete Dunne was in the ring contemplating how he lost the matchup when everything went out, the lights went out, everything in the arena went dark, and in the ring appeared the Fiend, returning to WWE after so long, and he decided to take out Pete Dunne. Now, in recent weeks, Bray Wyatt has talked about why he went after Pete Dunne, and his reason is because he believes Pete Dunne has got untapped potential here in WWE to be more brutal, to be more vicious, to be more of a bruiserweight that he claims to be. And tonight he says that the Fiend is going to bring out the best in Pete Dunne, and either Pete Dunne is going to tap into that potential and win here tonight, or the Fiend is going to take out Pete Dunne and leave him. Well, one of two things I believe that Bray Wyatt meant by this is that he could either lose tonight and still become that unhinged, that brutal, that more vicious side of himself that Bray Wyatt believes he can be, or he's going to lose his confidence, he's going to lose himself and just stop performing at a level that isn't his. And as the Fiend makes his way out here, as I mentioned, this is a 4 count anywhere match, so anything goes in this one, and these two are not going to hold back. These two are going to do exactly what it takes to get the victory, or anything that it takes to get the victory, especially Pete Dunne. With the mind games the Fiend has been playing, and Bray Wyatt, Pete Dunne has stated, right, tonight it's going to show Bray Wyatt who he truly is. It's going to show the WWE Universe who he truly is. And if that is the case, then maybe he can beat the Fiend. But he's going to use everything in his arsenal, every single piece of equipment he can find at ringside in the arena. Anything that he can do to get the victory he's going to have to do, because the Fiend will not quit. The Fiend will not stop until he's put down for good, possibly. Until he can't get up anymore. But as the Fiend makes his way to the ring here, we're going to get this matchup underway. And what a fight this is about to be. And the matchup is underway, as you can see. Both men staring each other down. Bray Wyatt not liking the Pete Dunne chance there. Pete Dunne fired up by the chance though. And Pete Dunne charging him up, catching Bray Wyatt with an forearm to the, or an elbow to the face, sorry. Now with the forearms and now an uppercut, but Bray Wyatt stays standing. You can see he's asking the Fiend to bring it, and the Fiend is going to bring it with a huge clubbing blow to the back. Now a boot to the face of Pete Dunne, and now looking for a senton to Pete Dunne, dropping all his weight across the chest and on the stomach, winding Pete Dunne here. Now what's the thinking here? Another clubbing blow to the back of the head, and now staring at Pete Dunne. What's the Fiend thinking here? The Fiend grabs Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, a shot to the body though. The Fiend stays standing. A chop now, another chop, 3 chops in a row. A forearm, looks for a forearm, is blocked by the Fiend. And the Fiend now is in control, looks to launch Pete Dunne into the corner. Pete Dunne collapses, and now the Fiend looking for a deadlift, sit out powerbomb. And while this matchup has just started, where it's already getting physical, and the Fiend in control after that huge powerbomb, looks for a choke. Here looking to just throw Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne arm drag out of it. Incredible move there by Pete Dunne, looks in for a clothesline, but the Fiend again stays standing and looks for a punch, or kicks on, gets a clothesline into the corner. Now a stomp to the chest. Now looking to just bite the hand of the Fiend here, and the Fiend pushing away Pete Dunne. That will do the damage. No matter who you are, someone biting down on your fingers will do damage. On maybe looking to snap the elbow here, looking to break the arm with a stomp. And the Fiend is feeling that. Crowd trying to break his fingers, and I think that's what Pete Dunne was trying to do. Pete Dunne now in the corner, getting a really necessary, but Bray Wyatt's up to his feet. I mentioned Bray Wyatt will not stay down for long as it's dropped on his face though by Pete Dunne. And Bray looks for that uppercut where he gets a combination shots and another huge blow to the back, dropping Pete Dunne. Now Pete Dunne getting a reversal here. No, he is not. A shot to the back. And Bray Wyatt maybe thinking about it again, stump to the arm. He gets a variation of what Pete Dunne does there. Maybe a bit of his own medicine, not the Fiend. There's a thinking here, the Fiend with a back. There was a powerbomb into the pinfall. 1, 2, and Pete Dunne kicks out, as I mentioned. Fourth count anywhere, so no rope break, no disqualification. Anything goes. The Fiend now will be thinking about ending this one early in the corner. Perhaps when we're just playing some mind games here with Pete Dunne, letting him know that he could have ended things. He's getting into that as Pete Dunne charges him with the Inzaguri, taking down the Fiend. I think the Fiend is playing mind games here with Pete Dunne. I think he's letting Pete Dunne try and find that side of himself before he ends the match. He doesn't want to end this match before he gets the job done, and Pete Dunne now perhaps tapping into that darker version of himself that Bray Wyatt said exists. He's now looking to just bend the arm behind the body, now it's to snap the other one. Look at the torque on the shoulders here. Now just a stomp right to the arm there. And now Pete Dunne maybe thinking about bringing some equipment into the victory, into the ring, sorry. The implements. You have a steel chair here. And Bray Wyatt gets his feet on a chair shot right to the face there, the edge of the chair, right into the face. The Fiend will feel that. The Fiend though getting straight back up. And Pete Dunne now putting it into the corner. Bray Wyatt it's again playing mind games. It's again looking to get in the head of Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, as I said the whole time, is not going to back down. He's not scared of the Fiend, but the Fiend launches him. No, he does not. Pete Dunne underneath, stops the arm, kick to the chest, and now another kick, taking Bray Wyatt down. A double stomp, missed, and that huge uppercut. And now a clothesline out of the ring. Pete Dunne goes, and the Fiend is going to follow. This is the Fiend on the apron. He's flexing here. And now a senton to the body. Some more mind games from the Fiend. The Fiend now creating some distance between Pete Dunne and himself here, as he wants everything else to be looking to rip apart the announce table. Interesting decision here by the Fiend. Pete Dunne from behind takes the advantage with a chop. Does not do the effect Pete Dunne wanted as he gets chopped himself in the hinge. There's two huge forearms to the side of the head that blocks the foot chop. And now punch to the midsection. And the Fiend just mocking Pete Dunne there, but Pete Dunne fights back with a huge forearm. The Fiend there kind of looked like he was begging for mercy, just playing more mind games. There's a huge kick missed by Pete Dunne though. Pete Dunne misses it, looks for a second one, but Bray Wyatt gets the reversal. Bray Wyatt now in this corner, and then the ring post and the ring barricade. Looks like that chop again to the throat. He does not get it as Bray Wyatt launched into the ring post. Feeling the effects on his elbow there, sorry. There's now Bray Wyatt. Inzaguri to Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne now getting up, as I mentioned, and Pete Dunne running out of the way. Smart there by Pete Dunne, now looking for a Kimura. A Kimura locked in on the outside. Pete Dunne going deep into his arsenal here, looking for a Kimura. Got Bray Wyatt. 2 punches to the midsection, a punch right to the face, getting out of it. But again, as the damage being done, we've seen the damage in the limb side of the matchup as Pete Dunne launched across the mat there. As Bray Wyatt now looks to get some weaponry as Bray Wyatt grabs a table here. Pete Dunne there from behind with a punch to the back. Bray Wyatt gets head first into the ring apron, and now stomach first into the announce. But again the Fiend keeps going. Another Fiend is planting Pete Dunne across the announce table. The Fiend now over all the way to the chest of Pete Dunne. We're well evolved to get out of the way there. Now Pete Dunne wants to think it. Pete Dunne looking to lift up the Fiend here, but Bray Wyatt gets a reversal. Pete Dunne I don't think has the strength to lift the Fiend at this stage of the matchup, as all he's been through right now. We're still early in this matchup, but the amount of damage that's been done. As Bray Wyatt now lifts up the Fiend, lifts up Pete Dunne, sorry, and headbutts him straight back down. Pete Dunne feeling the effects of that. The Fiend now grabbing the table and looking to set it up maybe here, and they've got something in mind. The Fiend, however, changing his mind. Once the Fiend got climbed at that table, let's change his mind. Pete Dunne no. From behind with a backstabber to the Fiend. But again, the Fiend is getting up. A huge boot right across the face. Sure, that will keep the Fiend down. The Fiend is getting straight back up. He just got booted in the face by Pete Dunne, and now Pete Dunne looking to pick the Fiend up again, but punch it back again, and now into the ring steps with authority there. There wasn't much gap between Pete Dunne and the ring steps before it was launched into them, so that was much more pain, you imagine, considering if it was a further distance. Bray Wyatt now setting up himself and getting back out the ring here. Pete Dunne looking for a grapple, but Bray Wyatt just took a forearm and fires one back. A foot chop here, and more punches. And just launches Pete Dunne into the corner, but Pete Dunne again gets a reversal. Pete Dunne with a monkey flip into the corner. And Pete Dunne hopping the barricade here onto the concrete crowd area of the arena. Pete Dunne asking the Fiend to follow him here, and the Fiend will follow. We know that the Fiend will not back down. The Fiend is not afraid of anyone. The Fiend now, with a huge form, takes it again and fires one back. Again, Pete Dunne stays standing there. Huge straight chop again, a back elbow to the face. The Fiend now launches him into that steel barricade there. No padding on that, that's just steel. And Pete Dunne launches the Fiend into it this time. Pete Dunne now, what's he thinking there? Grabbing a steel chair. I don't think he realised that the Fiend is up on that throat chop connects this time. And the Fiend as he launches into the barricade, into that equipment box there, sorry, not the barricade. The Fiend has got a baseball bat. What is the Fiend thinking here? The Fiend's still over Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne getting up here. What has the Fiend got planned? Pete Dunne, what's with his feet? And Bray Wyatt smashes a baseball bat across the skull, across the face of Pete Dunne, and again, 3 times in a row here. And the 4th time, this into the rack, and then drops the baseball bat, and this time looking for the sit-out. Powerbomb on the concrete into the pinfall. Getting the victory here in the 4th count anywhere match. 1, 2. Again, Pete Dunne is somehow still going in this one. Perhaps this is instinct at this time, sorry. But a knee right across the face. Surely Pete Dunne is barely alive right now. Not barely alive, but barely in this match as Pete Dunne fights back though. Pete Dunne now with looking to pick up the steel chair. The referee in the way though gets the huge bicycle kick. Goes back for the steel chair. The Fiend gets a huge shot to the face. And Bray Wyatt felt that one. Now shots to the leg here. Pete Dunne raining down chair shots. It's letting the anger, letting everything. Where is he raining down these chair shots? Is this what the Fiend wanted? Is this the side of Pete Dunne I haven't seen before? And as Pete Dunne just unlocked it, as he just bent that steel chair across the body of the Fiend, and now Pete Dunne up on the equipment box. What's he thinking here? The double foot stomp off the equipment box at the midsection of the Fiend, and now what's Pete Dunne thinking here? Pete Dunne is in rapid fire curb stomps on the concrete here. That does damage in the ring, but that would do more damage on concrete, you imagine. Pete Dunne now, what's he thinking? Pete Dunne calling Bray Wyatt to his feet here. Pete Dunne thinking, better end on the concrete. Pete Dunne, it's better end on the concrete. Into the pinfall, this is it. Surely this is it. 1, 2, but the Fiend is still going in this one. We're, I believe, 13 minutes into this matchup. And this matchup is still going. The crowd trying to fight forever. And these two might just fight forever. This might be the only matchup we'll see tonight on pay-per-view. Because these two won't back down. Imagine one of the others is going to have to put the other one down. And make sure they can't get back up. As the Fiend now just basking in the crowd there. As Pete Dunne makes his way to the ring. What is Pete Dunne thinking? Pete Dunne, have we got something planned with his table? He's clearly thinking about using it here. I've seen the placement of the table there was Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne again checking over everything here. Pete Dunne turning his back to the Fiend here. Not sure how wise this was as the Fiend now gets back into the ring. The Fiend looking for a power slam. No, a backbreaker here. Looking at that, Pete Dunne did not go for that table. The Fiend looking for a senton, but knees up by Pete Dunne. Bray Wyatt fought that one as Pete Dunne now. What's he thinking there? Pete Dunne looking for Kimura for a second time. The Kimura locked in. Is this going to be it? Is Bray Wyatt Pete Dunne is going to break the arm here? Or make Bray tap out, but Bray again fighting out of it with a huge forearm to the face. But the damage has been done, you can tell. The Fiend favouring that arm as the Fiend now slams Pete Dunne into the table. The Fiend now looking to put Pete Dunne for the table with an Alabama slam for the table there. Now the Fiend, what's he thinking here? The Fiend was perhaps thinking of putting this one away. The Fiend is again stalking Pete Dunne here. The slow methodical movements of the Fiend. Pete Dunne runs in, huge back body drop. Now the Fiend, what's he thinking? Huge forearm to the top of the head. Not far, elbow, sorry, to the top of the head. It's a huge back elbow now. Bray Wyatt, what's he thinking here? Bray Wyatt just launches Pete Dunne across the ring, sorry. And Bray Wyatt is looking down at his handiwork, but Pete Dunne again gets away that elbow. Pete Dunne kicked to the midsection. Pete Dunne fighting with barely anything left of it. Pete Dunne into that steel chair head first with the Fiend. Pete Dunne now locking in some sort of triangle armbar here. Is this going to be enough to put away the Fiend? Maybe he's looking to choke out the Fiend here. But getting the Fiend fighting out with the submission hold that Pete Dunne's got locked in. Pete Dunne no, or back over to the midsection. The chop now. I think feeling the effects of this matchup now. As Pete Dunne now just grinding the forearm across the face of the Fiend here. Now Pete Dunne with a huge hit across the face. As Pete Dunne gets the crowd behind him here. He's fired up here. Pete Dunne just taunts into the crowd here. Bray Wyatt getting up there. Bray Wyatt runs in, clothesline. Pete Dunne ducks it, sorry. Pete Dunne runs in, huge monkey flip again. It's launching the weight of the Fiend across the mat and now looking for the rapid fire curb stomp to the chest once again here. And this matchup has been as brutal as expected, as Pete Dunne is now with a wrist clutch assault here. Just boots the Fiend in the face and now looking to maybe snap the arm again here. For like the 4th or 5th time in this matchup at this point. He's looking to just twist the fingers. And just looking to drop the knees across the back this time. And the Fiend, he's feeling the effects of this one now. Maybe we're coming towards the end of this matchup now as Pete Dunne. What's he thinking here? Pete Dunne not thinking rightly, putting the matchup to bed here. Pete Dunne launches Fiend out of the ring. Pete Dunne follows. Pete Dunne now, what's he thinking? Maybe think about utilising this announce table. Pete Dunne. Collar on elbow tie out, gets the advantage of the Fiend here, slums in head first. And Pete Dunne now is showing the defiance, showing the fight that he has. He will not back down from the Fiend. As the Fiend now, Pete Dunne with a sit-out powerbomb through the announce table. Crowd chanting one more time. What is Pete Dunne thinking here? Dragging the Fiend away from the commentators here, away from Michael Cole, Baron Sexton and Corey Graves. The Fiend is in a bad way here. Again, Pete Dunne thinking about dragging the dead weight of Bray Wyatt across the mat, but this time he changed his mind. Pete Dunne getting the steel steps of the Fiend, getting up somehow. The Fiend runs in, gets smacked right in the face with his steel steps. Now, Pete Dunne just launches the steel steps into the body of Bray Wyatt. And the Fiend is in a bad way here. The Fiend is in a bad situation. The Fiend, bigger end for a second time here tonight, but this time on that piece of wood. That's a solid piece of wood there. The referee into position 1, 2, and the Fiend somehow gets a shot over. We've got to imagine if the referee was faster into position, this match could be over. That's what Pete Dunne will be thinking right now. But Pete Dunne now picks up the steel steps one more time. Pete Dunne, what's he thinking? Again just launches them into the Fiend. And Pete Dunne now just looking on at the damage he's dealt. Really a little bit shocked at himself here. Because I can imagine that this is a different side of Pete Dunne that we've ever seen. This is what the Fiend, what Bray Wyatt was on about. This is that more vicious side of him that we haven't seen before here in WWE. As he just drags him back into the mat. And now a stomp to the arm. Pete Dunne now thinking the Dragon Sleeper. Looking to choke out the Fiend here. This matchup going to be put to bed here. The Fiend is in a bad way. The Fiend is struggling here, gasping for air. Is Bray Wyatt going to tap or pass out? Or is the Fiend going to fight out this one? The Fiend somehow balls out a kick to the back here. The Fiend, what's he thinking now? The Fiend looking for Sister Abigail. Is that it? 1, 2. Pete Dunne kicks out at 2 3/4, and I don't think the Fiend even believes it himself. Look at Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is not in a good way, and he won't be in a good way after this. The Fiend now that's looking for a second Sister Abigail. The Fiend, no, a huge clipping blow to the back. Runs off the ropes, looking for a huge blow across the face for like 3rd or 4th time in this match he's used that. But a knee from Pete Dunne takes down the Fiend. We're almost 20 minutes into this matchup here as a huge forearm now to the face, and now some well-placed elbow strikes to the back here. As the Fiend now gets up, Pete Dunne lets her strike, Bray Wyatt reverses. Bray Wyatt, what's he thinking here? Just looking to clamp Pete Dunne down. First going to go for the pinfall there, but he changes his mind into a running senton. And now Bray Wyatt into the elbow he's been looking for throughout this matchup. And again, thinking about it, same time he gets it. The Fiend now, again with another senton. Pete Dunne's midsection's got to be, he might have broken a rib, he might have bruised ribs or something at this point. As the Fiend now into the corner, just raining down those headbutts that he did to Pete Dunne a while on the last Smackdown, busting open Pete Dunne as well. There's a huge boot right across the face on the cut. This matchup could be over. The Fiend now, a shot to the back. This has just been a fight, and usually right across the face. Kick, a stomp to the back of the head now. The Fiend, what's he thinking now? Stomp to the face. The Fiend again, maybe thinking about a huge knee right across the face. Yes, he is. Pete Dunne could be unconscious. Pete Dunne might not be in a good way as Bray Wyatt walks over to the corner now. Bray Wyatt maybe thinking about putting this matchup to bed, thinking about the Sister Abigail for the second time. This time, crawling over from the corner like a spider. Mind games. Pete Dunne's got to be Pete Dunne has reversed this. We saw Pete Dunne reverse this on Smackdown. But Bray Wyatt got the Sister Abigail the second time. Pete Dunne, this time doesn't look like he's going to get out of it though. Sister Abigail middle of the ring, and surely this one's over. The Fiend, however, not going for the pin. What is Fiend doing here? The Fiend's got the matchup won. This matchup is over. The Fiend is just stalking Pete Dunne. Right, like, Pete Dunne, however, somehow getting up here. And Bray Wyatt now. What is this? Bray Wyatt. Maybe handing himself over to Pete Dunne, just saying, end this. Show me what you have. As Bray Wyatt walks in again. We're in zero. I think Pete Dunne's even shocked. What's happening right now? Pete Dunne, kick to the midsection. Pete Dunne now, what's he thinking? Pete Dunne wrenching down the arm. And now knuckles to the back of the head. Well, knuckles to the back of the head, sorry. Digging him in, and now a kick to the back. Or stomp to the back, sorry. What is Pete Dunne thinking now? Pete Dunne going out the ring. What is Pete Dunne thinking about getting here? Pete Dunne with it. The kendo stick here. Pete Dunne's got a kendo stick. Bray Wyatt just takes the kendo stick shot to the face. And shakes it off. But the second time, takes him down. It might have busted him up underneath the mask. But Bray Wyatt back up again here. Takes another one. And again doesn't go down. Pete Dunne's shocked here. And again, just breaking that kendo stick and cross the body. Pete Dunne calling the Fiend to his feet here. Pete Dunne maybe thinking about ending this one as Bray Wyatt found the Pete Dunne that he wanted to find. Revert, catches the forearm. Pete Dunne, mandible claw, locked in head smash. Pete Dunne's unconscious. Pete Dunne's out. 1, 2, 3, and the Fiend picks up the victory in what was a vicious, hard-fought, brutal battle of two. Just incredible superstars here on Smackdown. Pete Dunne almost had a matchup. Bray Wyatt had a matchup won at one point, but in the end Pete Dunne fell into the mind games of the Fiend, and the Fiend picks up the victory here to kick off Payback. Let's get into the US title match between F.C.A and Rey Mysterio. Back with the US title matches I just mentioned. After that war between Pete Dunne and Bray Wyatt in that first cut, anyway match of Rey Mysterio using his rematch clause here up against Austin Theory for the US title. I see Rey Mysterio lost his title at not Survivor Series, sorry, at SummerSlam. And well, everyone has been questioning what state of mind Rey Mysterio was in after his son Dominic has sort of turned his back on the teachings of him. And Rey said that he's gone for a lot in his career, that he's not going to back down now. He's going to keep fighting. He's going to just keep looking ahead and deal with everything that he has got to deal with on the side. When it's time to deal with it, he will deal with it. That's what he said. But you imagine that Dominic probably didn't like that answer. As Rey now we're getting into the ring here. And well, speaking of Dominic is now in the ring. Dominic just dropping Rey across the top of the turnbuckle now. The crowd just booing in unison here. The one thing they all agree on is hating Dominic. And now Rey has planted again head first. And Dominic now just This is just despicable from Dominic. And Dominic is mocking his father there. Like, this is just despicable. You can see the shot of Rhea Ripley there on a member of the WWE. You know, this is now Rey. He's booted in the face. Now what is Dominic thinking? What is Dominic thinking? As I mentioned, Dominic has been bewitched, I guess you could say, by the Judgment Day and Rhea Ripley as a Dominic with a chair shot to the back of the head of Rey. Austin Theory is still yet to make his entrance, and the matchups might not make it. The referee deems that Rey Mysterio cannot fight. Well, if Rey believes he cannot fight, then surely the matchup won't happen, as Dominic now is raining down chair shots again and again to his father. Oh, Dominic. Again. He's done this before. Dominic now is mocking his father in a huge shot. Leaving Rey out in the middle of the ring. And Rey getting up though. We all know Rey's not going to back down, but Rey again drop kicked. This is not looking good for Rey. It's Rey now. Dominic, this is just despicable. Attacking Rey's one thing, but hitting a 619. There's another one now. To the top. With the frog splash. To Rey. And it's like Dominic's job is done here. That's Dominic now leaving the ring. Let's get Austin Theory out here and get this match up and away for Rey Mysterio can even fight. Well, as you can see, Rey's up in the ring. Rey's been checked by the referee. And Rey has given the all clear to fight here. Rey's given it all clear to take part in this matchup against Austin Theory for the US title. I think it's been reverted back to the modern US title by Austin Theory. As Austin Theory said, the future is no more, he is the now of WWE. He's been saying that ever since he took on Seth Rollins a while ago. Let's get this matchup underway and see if Rey somehow can win this US title. Austin Theory's going to retain this unfair matchup. There we go, Austin Theory. As you can see, Rey has been cleared by the referee. And Rey looking to fight by Austin Theory with total will net breaker. And now Austin Theory going right after the head of Rey. This is what I was expecting. Austin Theory to just come out swinging. Does not let Rey get anything in this matchup as Austin Theory now with a huge forearm. Dropping Mysterio. Now just telling Rey to get up here. Saying, is this all you've got, Rey? Is this the great Rey Mysterio? But Rey's getting up here. Rey, everything he's got. Rey now runs in, looking for that face pistol that usually delivers, that wheelbarrow face with Austin Theory. Not having any of it, and Austin Theory already looking to put this one away. Austin Theory with a town down. Into the pin for 1, 2. Rey somehow gets the shoulders about 2 3/4. Austin Theory is not happy about that though. Austin Theory now. Austin Theory kick to the midsection. And another kick to the midsection. Looking for Ataxia. Middle of the ring to retain the US title. 1, 2, 3. And Austin Theory, he retains it in unfair circumstances. Rey needs some sort of compensation for this. His son came out and attacked him with a steel chair, hit him with a 619 and a frog splash. And Austin Theory came out to defend his title and wins the matchup in unfair circumstances. It's just wrong. It's just as sickening what we've just seen. Maybe Austin Theory struck a deal with Judgment Day to get Dominic to do that. I don't know, but Austin Theory celebrating as if he's just won a 30-minute matchup. This is just despicable by Austin Theory, but let's carry on with the night and get into our next match. We'll continue Payback PPV with the returning Sasha Banks here, returning to take on Shayna Baszler for the Smackdown Women's Championship, and Sasha Banks has claimed that she's back for the top prize in WWE in the women's division. The Smackdown Women's title in her eyes is the top prize and the one that she wants to win. And let's see if tonight she can take on Shayna Baszler. Has been on such a dominant run recently. Personally, I don't think anyone's going to beat her for a long time. But the form and mindset Shayna Baszler's in, she's not losing the title for a long time. She's even said that herself, and she doesn't plan on ever losing this title. That she's going to get beaten for this title somebody to put her down, and put her down longer than a 3 count. As you can see, Sasha Banks warming up here, ready for the dominant champion Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler's held this championship for a few months now. Some absolutely incredible title defenses, recently defeating Sonya Deville in a matchup. Also has taken on the likes of Alexa Bliss. There's many more challenges in the way for Shayna Baszler. You imagine she retains it tonight, unless Sasha Banks can somehow win the title. And we're getting a matchup underway here. You can see the crowd sold out here at PAYBACK PPV. Shayna Baszler defends the women's title of Smackdown up against Sasha Banks, and the matchup is underway. And you can see Sasha Banks not willing to back down, but Shayna Baszler likes to play mind games, but Sasha Banks is not going to back down from those mind games that Shayna Baszler plays, and dodges a huge clothesline there, turns her back, and that was a poor mistake. There's now Shayna Baszler lifting up Sasha Banks and plants it down with the powerbomb into the pinfall. 1 and only a 1 count. It is the first move of the matchup, so it would be a shocking defeat if Sasha Banks were to lose to that kick to the right leg there. Maybe looking to work the legs in a matchup here with a bulldog now, taking down Shayna Baszler. This is what Sasha Banks needs to do, keep the champion grounded. And now just some repeated kicks to the face, now looking for a kick to the lower back. Now she's thinking here, looking to get Shayna Baszler up here. So Shayna Baszler with an elbow to the midsection. And Baszler now back in control with a German suplex high across the back of the neck there. And Baszler now, what's she thinking? Sasha Banks with the punch to the midsection now. Banks with a Meteora. Thought she's going to go for the pinfall there, but she decides to keep going. There's a kiss there too. Shayna Baszler runs in with the elbow drop right across the face there. Sasha Banks now transitioning, looking for a chop to the midsection now. A forearm, looks for a roundhouse kick. Met with a kick to the leg, and now a kick right across the chest by Shayna Baszler. And now into the ground and pound here, the right hands just into the face, and now the elbow, right across the forehead. Looking to inflict a lot of damage here on Sasha Banks, so she goes in with a glancing knee strike across the face. This is the Shayna Baszler that was seen, the cold calculated killer with a snap of the legs here. Shayna Baszler willing to do whatever it takes as she locks in a triangle choke here. Is this going to be enough to put away Sasha Banks? Sasha Banks though fighting out of it, I think here. Sasha Banks lifting up Shayna Baszler here. She can move to get her up here. Just enough to slam her down and break the hold. But as you can see, the damage has been done by Sasha Banks, struggling to breathe here. Banks now with a guillotine locked in of her own. But Sasha Banks, is she going to be able to get the guillotine to choke Shayna Baszler right here? No, she's not. Shayna Baszler now breaks the lock and just easily transitions out of it. Now runs in, looking for a takedown move, met with a DDT. And now Banks back in control with a knee strike across the face. Banks now, what's she thinking? Banks with a snap mirror off the ropes, runs in with a drop kick to the face. Sasha Banks again getting Shayna Baszler up here. Maybe thinking about something big here. Launches her into the corner, kick to the midsection. Now a slap across the face. Now Sasha Banks in the corner. Well, Sasha Banks with Shayna Baszler in the corner, so I should say. As Banks now runs in with another Meteora right across the face. Double knees to the face there. And now to the top rope, maybe thinking frog splash here. If she hits this, then the matchup could be over to the Meteora. Hits the frog splash. This is going to be it for the women's title. 1, 2. But Baszler with just enough left to get the shoulders up there. Sasha now getting a crowd behind her again here. Just coming off the not disappointing, but the despicable actions of Austin Theory and Rey Mysterio against Rey Mysterio. And now Sasha Banks with a net breaker. Banks now, maybe thinking for the Banks statement here, saying the matchup is over, that this one's easy. Banks with a punch to the back, now looking for a backstabber, flips her over into the Banks statement here. Is this enough for the Smackdown Women's title to win the championship here? Yanking the neck all the way back here, the torque on her back and the neck here. And Sasha Banks again for a second time all the way back. Is this going to be enough? Baszler rolls her out into the pinfall. Referee slow to get into the count, but 2 count here. Is it a 3? No, it ain't. I think the referee might have been a little bit faster into the count, and the match could have been over there. A smart reversal there from Shayna Baszler, but maybe that's a sign of being a bit worried that Banks could actually win the title here, going for a roll up. There's a kick to the midsection here, another kick to the leg, another kick right across the chest, and again going in for that grind and pound here, looking to just wear down the challenger, who's been impressive. Sasha Banks has looked impressive ever since returning here. Last time I saw, I believe, was Money in the Bank, where she failed to win Money in the Bank contract. As now Shayna Baszler with a gut wrench. Obviously, we're not seeing anyone win, cash in their Money in the Bank contract yet, so we've got to see what's going to happen in the future. Maybe tonight we'll see a cash in. But Baszler now, after the gut wrench suplex, is what she's going to think about next. Baszler into the corner. No, pulls her back into the sidewalk slam. Again, working in the back here. Looking to just take the air out of Sasha Banks after ropes there. What's she thinking? Sasha Banks with a block up there. Punch to the back of the head. And now a forearm. Looks to the roundhouse kick again here, but met with a kick to the leg. Close line takes down Sasha Banks. Baszler now stalking her prey here. Baszler sensing this matchup could be over. Looking for the cutter here. She's going to get it. Drops her down into the pinfall. Is that it? To retain the title. 1, 2. But Banks with the shoulders up here. And Baszler can't quite believe it. Maybe she thought that was going to be enough. But a little bit more left in the tank here. As Baszler now looking for just some kicks to the face of Sasha Banks. Returning the favour of early in the matchup, and now looking for a ground and pound again. That's raining down the fist into the face of Banks. Baszler now again just mocking the crowd here. Just saying, I'm your champion. Deal with it. But Sasha Banks getting up here. Baszler though now just laughing at Sasha Banks. But Sasha Banks not going to back down off the ropes. Runs in with a huge strike there. Taking Baszler off onto the ropes. But Baszler fights back over elbow and then a forearm. Blocked it again. And a roundhouse kick again misses. Third time not the charm. But Baszler now. Up she goes. Drops her down into the Kira through the clutch. There's got to be it here. Sasha Banks cannot hold on for long. And Baszler retains the Smackdown Women's Championship just like that. Similar to Ashley's won other matches in the blink of an eye. Baszler locks in the Kira through the clutch. And that's it. That's all she wrote. As you can see, Sasha Banks at the matchup almost won on multiple occasions with the frog splash here and the Banks statement later on in the matchup. You can see the net breaker here that she delivered. Dropping her right across the back. Then later in the matchup, locking in the Banks statement here. And the matchup could have been over there, but Baszler almost won the matchup here as well. As you can see, the referee takes a second or two to get into the pinfall, and the 1, then the 2 there. Possibly a 4 or 5 count. And the cutter here, almost got a matchup 1 for Baszler here for the first pinfall. Well, but Banks able to get the shoulder up here, we'll see. And the 1, then the 2, then the shoulder upwards. Shayna Baszler retains the Smackdown Women's Championship. Let's get on with the rest of the show and get into our main event. And here we are, the main event of Payback here in St. Louis, Missouri, which is going to be Ricochet defending his WWE Championship against the former champion, the man he beat at Extreme Rules for this title, AJ Styles, a phenomenal one. AJ obviously was on, no pun intended, a phenomenal run with the title, defeating the likes of Chris Jericho, Samoa Joe, but Ricochet had his number. Ricochet, with the belief and the support of the crowd behind him, was able to dethrone AJ Styles at the top of the mountain and pick up the championship. And AJ here tonight looks to win back the title that he didn't think he was going to lose for a long time. AJ said that he is in the best form of his career, and that he doesn't see that he's going to lose the title anytime soon. Similar to Shayna Baszler, the same confidence in all champions here in WWE. Obviously, as Isaiah Scott lost his title to Dijakovic, and obviously Rey Mysterio lost his title to Austin Theory, but Ricochet here with a chance of a lifetime. The chance he's been waiting for in the WWE to prove what he's worth, to prove that he's more than capable to go at the very top, that he should be at the top of the mountain with the main championship, the WWE title here. Ricochet looks to defend his first title defense with the WWE title here in the main event of Payback. Obviously Ricochet's had some title runs in the past, obviously down in NXT and on the main roster, but this is the biggest of them all and the biggest chance for Ricochet to prove what he's made of here. You can see AJ Styles focused, Ricochet always focused as well. And the matchup is underway. Ricochet is telling AJ Styles to bring it. AJ though, he's going to take it to Ricochet, but dodges it into Guri. Another punch to the face and looks for a rolling forearm. Now a punch to the face, turns Ricochet around looking for a back elbow. We were thinking of German suplex there, but Ricochet always get the reverse, and now Ricochet with a regal plex into the pinfall. 1, and only 1 count early in this matchup here. Ricochet now, AJ working on the leg here, maybe thinking about the calf crusher later on with a dragon screw there. Off the ropes, looking for the knee drop right across the face and gets it. Dropping knee down with a lot of momentum there. AJ now Again turning Ricochet around, looking for what he was thinking about earlier here, going again after the leg here. This is smart by AJ Styles, going after the leg of Ricochet, the high flyer, the younger man, the man who wants to take this match up to incredible speed. Obviously AJ can go at that speed, but AJ wants to keep the match up at a pace that he's more comfortable with. But Ricochet now with a springboard, Hurricane Rana from the middle rope there, catching AJ off guard there. Again, that's just, and a huge super kick there into a shooting star press on the ground. You can see AJ's got to do a lot more now to take out the high flying ability of Ricochet. Ricochet with AJ launched into the corner, Ricochet lining it up here. Ricochet runs in with a shot to the midsection. Now Ricochet to the top rope. What's he thinking here? Ricochet looking for a Hurricane Rana, caught there by AJ Styles, and AJ thinking powerbomb, stacks him up into the pinfall one, but Ricochet with a shoulder up. That powerbomb looked impressive, and AJ again going after the legs here. Looked like a lot of impact behind that, and AJ again, as you can see, working on the legs. Thinking about the car for later on in the matchup, a forearm, an elbow, sorry, to the top of the head here. Now a knee again drops across the face of Ricochet. AJ showing his experience here, taking the matchup in the control, just slowing it down at his own momentum. Now looking for, no, not a suplex into the net breaker here. AJ now taunting to the crowd here, maybe just saying that he's going to be the WWE champion at the end of the night. He's going to dethrone Ricochet on his first defense. If that does happen, then you will feel bad for Ricochet, obviously. But Ricochet, you know, he's got to just admit that if he does lose here tonight, that AJ, the experience, got the better of him. But running net breaker here. But again, if AJ wins there tonight, you know, AJ loses, sorry, he's got to admit that the momentum and the belief and just the youth and just everything that Ricochet's got going for him right now got the better of him here tonight. I think both men just trading moves there, just trading reverses. Neither man in control of this matchup, but AJ back in control here. Looks for a stomp. Ricochet gets out of the way. Ricochet runs into a huge knee. And AJ now looking for a net breaker across the back of the knee. AJ getting Ricochet back up here. What's AJ thinking? A chop. Got to put a connection there. Looking for the phenomenal blitz there. Spinning back fist into the clothesline. Takes down Ricochet. And AJ into the pinfall here. Is that going to be enough to put away Ricochet here? 1, 2. Ricochet with the shoulders up. As you've seen, both men already spent in this matchup. The matchup hasn't been going for long, but both men are leaving it all in this ring here tonight. Neither man wants to leave this arena without that title. And even if they don't leave it with the title, they want to leave knowing they left it all in that ring. And that either man won fair and square. AJ with a snap suplex there. That's one, another chop across the midsection, another kick to the midsection. And again with another kick into the tire, into collarbone tie, with a spinning kick to the midsection. Takes down AJ. Ricochet back in control. Ricochet kick to the chest, pushing AJ back, and now runs in looking for a Spanish fly, but AJ with the reversal. A Spanish fly delivered by AJ Styles there, and AJ now slamming Ricochet's head into the turnbuckle here, taking him to the top rope. And now AJ, what's he thinking? AJ thinking Hurricane Runner from the top, but this is risky. High risk, high reward. Drops Ricochet across his back from the top rope, and AJ now possibly thinking Styles Clash. Crowd chanting, "This is awesome." AJ preparing the phenomenal forearm here, calling Ricochet to his feet. Ricochet is at a large distance away. He seems to have backed up here, and AJ perhaps misreading the distance, and perhaps Ricochet just enough wherewithal baiting AJ into going for it. And Ricochet now back in control. That was smart by Ricochet. And AJ Styles into a false insecurity, and a great knee there by Ricochet, taking AJ down. As Ricochet now to the top, thinking Phoenix splash with knees up by AJ Styles. Both men again, neither men in control of this matchup, but AJ now thinking phenomenal form for a second time maybe here. He's getting the crowd behind him here. Both men support by the crowd. Ricochet tried getting out of the way, but met with a phenomenal forearm. Either way, and AJ now into the pinfall. 1, 2. No, Ricochet with a shoulder up. We got to again questioning the referee's speed into the pinfall today tonight. And the crowd saying, "You're not worthy here" to AJ Styles, and AJ gets a bit shocked, but silence in the crowd, but they're too sweet. Now AJ to the top. AJ, we don't see him go to the top right that often. AJ, we know he's more than capable up there, but AJ now to the top, looking for a huge, and maybe just launching all his body weight at Ricochet there. Unorthodox when Ricochet now with a variation of the blue thunderbomb there. Not going into the pinfall though. Ricochet now Was he thinking? Ricochet hoisting AJ up, looking to just drop him. Middle of the ring. Into the pinfall. 1, 2. AJ with his shoulders up. A variation of the Metal Elite driver there. Little shout out to a Grand Metalik maybe there by Ricochet. But Ricochet now in control of this matchup. A huge shot to the face again, and now a kick to the midsection. Launches AJ onto the ropes. AJ launched over the ropes, and Ricochet now. What's he thinking? Ricochet. Springboard. Shooting star press to the outside. The Swan do that at Extreme Rules, and he follows up with it here at Payback, and that is why he's known as the one and only Ricochet. The only man capable of doing that stuff is Ricochet. Ricochet now to the top rope. I was possibly thinking about putting this one away. AJ though, on his back here. AJ dodges the elbow drop here. I think he baited Ricochet into it, looking for the car crusher now. But I think it's going to be called as rope break. Yes, it is. Ricochet just with enough room there to get his foot on the rope and a stomp to the elbow here. I think to just dislocate the arm there of Ricochet. Now again going after the kicks and chops in the midsection, but Ricochet, a great reversal there. A huge super kick caught there by AJ Styles, and Ricochet with a backflip there, incredible kick, and another kick blocked by AJ Styles though. AJ now off the ropes again here. AJ, both men getting in the way of each other, but Ricochet runs in with a forearm. Ricochet stomped to the face again here. Now what's AJ thinking? AJ dropping a knee across the head, and now AJ with a glancing knee strike across the face. AJ getting nasty here. This is the pitbull AJ Styles we've seen over the past few months. Maybe AJ letting that not worthy chant get to him here as he runs with a splash, and AJ now calling Ricochet to his feet here. Maybe think about putting this matchup away here. Ricochet hoisted up, middle of the ring, hit with a Styles clash into the pinfall. Is that going to be it for the WWE title? 1, 2, but Ricochet last millisecond got the shoulder up, and AJ just can't believe it here. They crash in one more time here. AJ asking the referee how that wasn't a free count. It sure seemed like it was about to be a free count, but Ricochet last second got the shoulder up. Ricochet back up to his feet here, kick to the midsection. Ricochet, what's he thinking here? Ricochet going high flying here. Ricochet launching AJ to the outside. What has Ricochet got planned? AJ recovering on the outside here. Ricochet lining it up though. Ricochet off the ropes, looking to just launch himself in the middle rope with a barrel roll tope, taking out AJ Styles. Ricochet not wasting any time though, getting AJ back into the ring as a crowd chant. This is awesome. This is an incredible matchup we've seen so far, the battle of two generations. Ricochet and AJ Styles. Ricochet over the top rope now, back into the ring, looking for a deadlift German suplex here. Is he going to pull it off? Yes, he is, into the pinfall as well. Is that going to be it? 1, 2, but AJ with the shoulders up. What a matchup we're seeing here. Both men going deep in their arsenal here. Speaking of going deep in their arsenal, Ricochet to the top. Ricochet looking for the shooting star press connect. An incredible maneuver there by Ricochet, but Ricochet not following up with a pinfall. Usually he does follow up with a pinfall here, but Ricochet back to the top. Ricochet thinking Phoenix splash connect over for the first time. Sorry, last time he went for it, he got the knees up, but Ricochet a 2 count by AJ Styles, the shooting star press and the Phoenix splash. Ricochet just throwing everything at AJ here, and AJ also throwing everything at Ricochet. Ricochet now to the top rope. Ricochet possibly think about putting this one away here. AJ getting up low. Ricochet realising. Ricochet off the top. Caught again by AJ Styles. And AJ looking to launch Ricochet over the top rope here. Ricochet, transition by AJ Styles and dropped across his neck. Across the rope here. AJ Robertson has got to keep the champion in the ring and keep him down and look for the end of the matchup. But AJ now lining something up here. AJ over the top. Catches Ricochet just about enough there. Ricochet tries to duck the moonsault. But AJ Styles with Ricochet just got caught going underneath AJ. Now AJ looking for this net breaker again here for the second time in the matchup. But I imagine this matchup's coming towards the end here. Both men have left an absolute classic in the ring here, as AJ now thinking snap suplex for a second time. Just keeping it simple. AJ Styles, simple but effective. But Ricochet with a huge kick to the face and looking for recoil. Gets it. Is that going to be enough to put away AJ Styles? Ricochet though, not going for the pinfall here. Ricochet pulling AJ towards the top rope. Maybe think about the 630 cent on to put the matchup away. Ricochet to the top. Ricochet think about the ending here to retain the title. 630 cent on. That's got to be it. Into the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and Ricochet successfully defends the WWE title here at Payback in his first title defense up against AJ Styles. What a statement that is by this man. in his relative, with his young title reign here in WWE with the main title. And you can see plants him in the middle and hit with a variation of an elite driver there. And got the 2 count. Both men nearly won this matchup. AJ, I can't believe he didn't win a matchup with the Savage Clash with the 2 3/4 pinfall, as you can see here. The matchup was almost lost there, but Ricochet retains the title here, and what a way to end Payback Part 1. We'll see you guys at Payback Part 2 as Ricochet retains it in the main event. We'll see you guys at Part 2. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.